much Cardano ADA do you have to hold to become a millionaire? This is a question that gets thrown around quite a bit, so I wanted to take some time today to address just that. How much ADA do you need to become a millionaire? In this video, I will be discussing price predictions, where I think Cardano's price action could be going, and how many ADA tokens you'd have to hold in order to become a millionaire. Let's roll the intro and get right down into it. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video update. My name is Nick, and today we are going to be discussing Cardano's ADA, thinking about where the price action could be going in the future and where and how much ADA we need to be holding in order to become millionaires. So let's actually reflect on Cardano. Obviously, Cardano is a layer 1 blockchain, which has had some FUD circulating over the years. It's had lots of different kind of names and things thrown at it, lots of fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market for Cardano. But underlined and underpinning all of that nonsense, we do see some strong fundamentals and a vision for the future. We see continued development and continued growth on the Cardano blockchain, and I do think we are going to see some really phenomenal gains on the price action. So let's first of all jump down into the coin market cap and take a look at what's going on for Cardano, right? Now, obviously, this video is being recorded a few days ahead of time, so we'll ignore the current price for now. It's kind of irrelevant to today's topic. Today's topic is all about, where we think the price is likely to go in the future, and how much ADA you have to hold in order to kind of become a millionaire. So the first thing we need to kind of do is kind of reflect on, the current position of Cardano. So here we can see that the circulating supply is 35,378,757,685. If I can get all of my numbers in a row, it is essentially this number right here that I'll try highlighting on the screen. Okay, we have 79% fully distributed, the maximum supply of 45 billion. Okay, so now we understand that there's a pretty reasonable supply for ADA. We have to also be really realistic. Because there's such a significant supply for Cardano, we have to appreciate that actually it's going to take a lot of demand to soak up a lot of that supply before we actually start to see great progression and great accumulation of that price action to the upward direction. What I mean by all of this is, in order for us to see significant growth for Cardano, we have to see an increase in the demand for the ADA token as well. There's lots of reasons. I've spoken about this many times before, and many times in the future, I will probably talk about it again. Ultimately, we do see a growing ecosystem with DeFi, I think, being one of the key things, along with digital identity, governance, and all of that wonderful stuff. The total value locked on ADA continues to grow, as seen on our website. Links for all of these things, by the way, guys, can be found down below. And, for the most part, we see a good reason as to why the supply is shrinking, and we might see an increase in the demand. Over 1,200 dApps are in production on the Cardano ecosystem, and that is going to also drive more demand for the ADA token. So when we take a look at coin market cap and we say, okay, well, we've got 35 billion tokens out in circulation and 45 billion is the maximum number, it's going to take a fair amount of movement in terms of demand to kind of see that growth. However, we also have to appreciate that actually we already see a lot of total value locked growing from an ADA point of view, lots of ADA being locked up, and with lots of dApps in production. Once those dApps go live, we're going to see, in my opinion, some fantastic reasons for great demand and shrinkage of supply that's going to drive price. Now, a few days ago, I did actually put a video out discussing why I think the price action of ADA is likely to be heading. And there are some speculations. Are we going to be heading up to $38, $20, $25? Where is that price action heading? And I think for this, at least the purpose of today's video, we should be a little bit more anchored. We should be a little bit more focused in on the very specifics when it comes to I guess, being a little bit more conservative and trying to actually achieve the targets that we're setting ourselves to become a millionaire, right? And in order to do that, we need to obviously have a price target that is likely to get hit. Nobody wants to be holding their bags for the long term. They don't want to be holding them for, another 10 or so years. They kind of want to look at this bull market as their potential exit. So where is that exit? And well, I've put a video out a couple of days ago, and I kind of speculated that there is potential for towards $38, but it's highly unlikely. Instead, we are more likely going to land somewhere between $5 and $12. And for the purpose of nice round numbers, and in this video, I'm going to take the $10 level as a kind of area that I think has some strong possibilities of getting hit, but also a nice conservative round number that makes the math ever so slightly easier to achieve. Now, I know if we were to see a $10 ADA, what would that do to the market cap, right? Market cap is something that gets spoken about an awful lot. Market cap for Cardano at the point of recording this video is coming in at, if I can actually see it for looking right here, $22.6 billion, right? $22.6 billion. But, that's actually really, really small, okay? At the peak of the market, when the price was $3.10, the market cap was significantly higher, right? And if we flip this chart over to market cap, you can actually see right here, it was sitting up there at $93.25 billion. So we know that we haven't come anywhere near to the previous all-time highs or anything like that. And we definitely haven't come anywhere near to its previous price action or market cap valuations. Now, from a market cap point of view, and probably worth noting here as well, that market cap is a little bit misleading, but we're going to look at it in this video to help you kind of get an idea as to why $10 I think is actually highly likely. So as you can see, by market cap, we have Bitcoin sitting at $1.34 trillion market cap. This is something that a lot of people never thought was actually going to happen. They don't think that, Bitcoin would reach, 100 billion, 300 billion, half a trillion. No one thought these things were going to happen until they did, let alone the idea of reaching 1.3 trillion just in BTC. Now, when we take a look at Ethereum, it's already sat right now at the point of recording this video at $421 billion. And all I'm proposing here is that Cardano actually comes up the ranks a bit and hits about $355 billion. At $355 billion, that would be a $10 ADA. So let me know, do you think Cardano could reach $355 billion in market cap? I personally believe it can, and it probably will actually exceed that. Alongside everything else, I do see Bitcoin reaching 2 trillion, maybe even more. And I do see Ethereum edging closer and closer to the $1 trillion level once we actually start getting the Ethereum spot ETFs underway. I think there's a lot of potential for the crypto market, and we're really only just starting things off. Outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, there's only really a handful of other altcoins that have really started to push up towards new all-time highs, whereas other assets like Cardano, XRP, Stellar Lumens, and so forth, they haven't really reached their potentials just yet. Meaning that the altcoin market hasn't actually rallied at all in reality. We're actually quite far away from the all-time high, specifically at a total 3 level. Total 2 is quite interesting and total 1 are quite interesting, specifically when you take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. But if you strip those assets out, you can see from a market cap point of view, there's actually still a long way to go in this bullish market, and altcoins have barely even started. So I do think that we are likely to see Cardano's ADA rallying up towards that $10 level. So in order to become a millionaire, how much ADA do you actually need to have? Well, that's actually quite a simple calculation, because all you need to do is take your $1 million and divide it by the $10, and that will show you that you need to have a 100,000 ADA position. Now, if you've got 100,000 ADA in your portfolio, then you should be able to achieve, at least in my humble opinion, a $1 million ROI. Now, 100,000 ADA at the current price might be unachievable for many. So do use this as a bit of a guide as to kind of where your positions are, and understand that I think $10 is a nice conservative target that I think is something that is likely to occur. It may exceed this. It may push up towards the $38 1-to-1 17,000% gain levels, but I do think actually it's quite hard to do that, and I think it's unlikely. More likely than not, we're likely to kind of see that through that $10 ADA position, and that is really where I think we should be thinking. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are on all of this in the comments down below, and why don't you check out this video right here and stay up to date in the crypto space.